Morning, all of you students. Yesterday we have discussed point representation in three-dimensional geometry, and we have seen internal division and external division points. Right? Look at one problem on that. Check whether the points A 1, 2, 3, B 3, 5, 4. 3 points are given whose coordinates are given -3, -4, 1 are collinear or not. If so, if they are collinear, find ratio in which C divides line segment AB. Look at here. So 3 points you have to check whether they lie on the same line or not. Right? In vectors we have seen how to check whether 3 points are collinear or not. Follow that procedure only. Here position vector is given, OA bar is given, OB bar is given, OC bar is given. How we will check? We will calculate AB bar. AB bar vector is nothing but OB bar minus OA bar. OB bar minus OA bar means 3i minus I. That means 2i plus 5j minus 2j. That means 3j. Calculate this vector. 4k minus 3k. That means k. This is AB bar. And then AC bar you calculate. AC bar is nothing but OC bar minus OA bar. That means minus 3i minus I minus 4i minus 4j minus 2j minus 6j plus k minus 3k. That means minus 2k. If these two vectors are collinear, then those 3 points will be collinear. How to check? This is A1, A2, A3. B1, B2, B3. Find the ratio A1 by A2 equals to, in vectors we have done 3 by minus 6 equal to 1 by minus 2. If these 3 ratios are equal, then they will be collinear. All these ratios are nothing but minus 1 by 2 only. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear. As A, B, A, C are collinear vectors, obviously A, B, C will lie on a line. So now A, B, C are lying on a line. He wants C divides AB ratio. That means C divides AB ratio. Let us say, for finding the ratio, let C divides AB line segment in, take the ratio K is to 1. Let C divides line joining A and B in the ratio K is to 1. That means you can write the point which divides in the ratio K is to 1. M is to N. That means Mx to 3K plus N means this plus 1 into 1 divided by K plus 1 comma My2 means 5K plus 1 into 2 divided by K plus 1. So similarly Mz2, that means 4K plus 1 into 3 divided by K plus 1. You equate this to C is already given. C is already given -3 comma -4 comma 1. So equate each coordinate to that corresponding, that means divided by k plus 1. You can equate anything. So that means 3k plus 1 equal to -3k minus 3. That means 6k is nothing but 4. That means k is nothing but -2 by 3. That means k is to 1 ratio is what? K is to 1 ratio is nothing but -2 by 3 is to 1. -2 is to 3. That means C divides AB bar in ratio 2 is to 3 externally. 2 is to 3 externally. That means how the points will be looking. So A, B is like this. C will lie on line joining A and B. That means CA is to CB is nothing but 2 is to 3. It will lie on line AB because they are collinear. That means C will lie here. Extend this. CA is 2 parts sum. CB is 3 parts. That means CA will be less, means it will be nearer to A. Like this, C divides AB externally in the ratio 2 is to 3. Like that, if points are collinear, if you want to find the ratio in which one point divides the other points, you take that it divides in the ratio k is to 1. Write that point and equate to that. Then you will get the value of k. If you equate this to this also, you will get the same k because they are collinear. Okay, now that is how to find the ratio in which one point divides the line segment. For this, formula is there. You can do it easily. I will tell the formula. Look at. For this, I will tell the formula easily. Shortcut. Look at formula. Formula wise, you have to do like this. The ratio in which suppose a point is there, x comma y comma z divides AB bar. AB bar, 2 points are there. Formula is this, you can write or this you can write. Anything you can write, all will be equal. So here that means the point divides AB bar in the ratio. Here he is asking C divides AB in the ratio. So this is XYZ. This is XYZ, X1, Y1, Z1, X2, Y2, Z2. Right? So that means if you use the formula, I am using this one, first one. Anything you can use. X1 minus X. X1 is 1, X is this, that means 4 is 2. So X1 minus X is to X minus X2. X minus X2 means -3 minus 3, -6. That means 2 is to -3. This is nothing but -2 is to 3. Same you got this. By using the formula, you can easily calculate this. This is method how to do. If you use shortcut, you will get easily this one. Collinear or not means you use vector method. Vectors and 3D geometry are to and fro you have to use. Point is given, vectors you write. If that is easy, then you do that way. Suppose take another problem. If the points are given are collinear, find A comma B. Find A comma B. Right? These 3 points are collinear. Write in vector form A, B, C. Collinear means AB bar you found. AB bar, find it. AB bar means what? OB bar minus OA bar. 2I minus I plus 3J. OB bar minus OA bar means 2K. This. So similarly, AC bar, find it. AC bar is nothing but OC bar minus OA bar. That means A minus 1 into I plus B minus 2 into J. B minus 2 into J. So minus 2K. 2 minus 4. This. So therefore, these two are collinear. These two are collinear. So these two are collinear means 1 by, compare A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2 equals to 2 by minus 2, that is minus 1. So equate this to minus 1. So 1 equal to minus A plus 1. A is what? 0. This equate to this. So therefore, if you equate this to this, minus 3 equal to B minus 2. B is what? Minus 1. B is what? Minus 1. Right? So A value is 0. A value is 0. B value is what? Minus 1. Like that, the problem will be converted into vectors. Previously, in whatever method we have done, in that method you follow. Collinear, coplanar, like that. Look at next. In tetrahedron, ABCD, suppose A is given x1, y1, z1, B is given x2, y2, z2. Right? 4 points are given. Right? Centroid of tetrahedron. It is denoted by G. This is nothing but all the sum divided by 4. This. So therefore, centroid of the tetrahedron is nothing but sum of coordinates divided by 4. Triangle means 3. Tetrahedron means divide by 4. Look at this G is there, centroid of tetrahedron. G divides the line joining the line joining any vertex to centroid of the line joining any vertex to centroid of opposite face in ratio 3 is to 1. In ratio 3 is to 1, very important property. In ratio 3 is to 1. Look at tetrahedron, how it will be. Tetrahedron, how to draw the diagram. We have already discussed in vectors. A, B, C, let us say A, B, C. This will be on your paper. A, B, C, that is base. Right? D point will be, keep your pen above the paper. So your tip is their pen that represents D. That means D point I am marking here. Look at D point I am marking here. It will not be on your paper, it will be above your paper. So connect A to D, connect B to D, and connect C to D. Then one diagram will be formed, that is called tetrahedron. It will have 4 faces as in the diagram. A, B, C is on your paper. B, D, C is one face. C, A, D is one face. Right? So B, D, A is one face. 4 faces will be there. The base that is on your paper, that is called base. Right? These are the 4 faces C. So there will be centroid for tetrahedron. What is that is? So look at A vertex is there. For A vertex opposite face is what? BCD. Right? For B vertex opposite face is what? CAD. For C vertex opposite face is what? BAD. For D vertex, D will be above your paper now. For D vertex opposite face is what? ABC. Right? What happens is, look at, so triangle BDC centroid you take, let us say G1. Centroid will be there inside G1. If you join this A, this vertex to centroid of opposite face, then centroid of tetrahedron will lie on this line G that divides in the ratio 3 is to 1. That is geometrical property. No need of proof of this. 3 is to 1. It divides in the ratio 3 is to 1. Similarly, B is there. Opposite face is what? ACD. You take centroid. Of that face. If you join to that centroid, let us say G2. So G lies on that and it divides in the ratio 3 is to 1. BG is to GG2, that is 3 is to 1. Similarly, if you take C and join to the centroid, let us say centroid is here. This is centroid. If we join this like this, let us say this is G3. Let us say like that, all these lines will meet at a point. Similarly, D is there. Opposite face means what? A, B, C. Let us say centroid is like this. All these lines will be concurrent at one point, and that is called centroid. This is called centroid. Just look at simple. 4 vertices are there. Join vertex to opposite face, one line. Join vertex to opposite face centroid, one line. Right? Join all the vertices to the opposite faces centroids. Those all lines will be concurrent at the point G. Right? That is called centroid of tetrahedron. If you join vertex to the opposite face centroid, on that line centroid of tetrahedron will lie. That G divides AG1 in the ratio 3:1. That is the main point to remember. Right? That ratio you have to remember 3:1. Look at the application. How it will be problem. Look at the application. In tetrahedron ABCD, A is 1, 2, -3. B is G, centroid G. G is A is 2, 2, 3, -2. This is A, and centroid is given. Look at -2, 5, 6 is centroid of tetrahedron. Tetrahedron centroid. This. So he is telling if P is centroid of triangle BCD, then he is asking AP equal to dash, P point equal to dash. P point equal to dash. Look at this problem. Look at this problem. I am drawing the diagram again. A, B, C. This. So, right. So, A is given to you. And centroid of the opposite face. Opposite means BDC face. So, look at. I am joining this centroid. Let us say this is PM. This is P. Centroid is given. So it is given. It is given. It is not given. This you have to calculate. This you have to calculate. This you have to calculate. Centroid of the tetrahedron will lie on this line. This G is given to you. So G is given to you -2, 5, 6. Right? So he's telling that P is the centroid of the triangle BCD. Now you know this ratio 3:1. Right? AG is of A. This is the point is there. This is the point G. AG is to GP is 3:1. That you know the property. Is nothing but 3:1. AG distance you know. AG distance first I will calculate root of AG distance. Try to calculate distance only. -2 whole square 16 plus 4 plus 8 whole square 64. This is nothing but root of 84. Root of 84 means 4 into 21. This comes out to be 2√21. 2√21. Now if you look at AP, I want to calculate AP by AG ratio. I will calculate. Look at AP is nothing but 3 plus 1, 4 parts divided by AG is of 3 parts. That means AP by AG is what? AP is 3 plus 1, 4 parts divided by AG is 3 parts. That means you will get AP. AP is nothing but 4 by 3 AG. 4 by 3 into 2 root 21. So what is the answer? 8 by 3 into root of 21. Root of 21. That is the answer. That is AP distance. Now I want to find P also. Now clearly this point, P divides externally the line AG. So P divides AG line segment in ratio. In ratio, what is the ratio? AP is to AG. In what ratio it will divide? AP is to AG. AP is of 4 parts is to AG is of 3 parts. Therefore, P divides AG bar externally. EXT means externally. Externally in the ratio 4 is to 3. Now you know what is this A. So G is given. This now external point. Therefore, P point is nothing but this is M is to N. So 4 into minus 2 minus 8. AP is to sorry, GP, not AC. AP is to GP. 4 is to 1. 4 is to 1. P divides in the ratio AP is to GP. Right? 4 is to 1. That means 4 into minus 2 minus 1 into 2 divided by 4 minus 3. So my2 means 20 minus, so 20 minus 1 into 3. So divided by 4 minus 1 comma mz2. mz2 means 24 plus minus 1 into minus 2 divided by 4 minus 1. That means P point is nothing but minus 10 by 3 comma 17 by 3 comma 26 by 3. That is the P point. That is the P point. Like that, after finding the ratio, use the external division formula. Like that, this is tetrahedron property. Tetrahedron property. This is. Next, look at find orthocenter of triangle having vertices having vertices this, having vertices like this given, right? Whenever orthocenter circumcenter is asking, first check whether you can find any point equidistant from this. A is this, B is this, C is this, right? First check OA, origin, where OA is origin. OA distance is what? Root of 8 square plus 9 square plus 10 square. This is also equal to OB equal to OC. OA equal to OB equal to OC means what? Origin is equidistant from all the points. So O is circumcenter. O is circumcenter. O is circumcenter, right? Origin is circumcenter. Now you can find centroid easily. Centroid can be easily found out. So centroid you found out. So 8 plus 9. So 17 plus 10, 27 divided by 3, 9, 9, 9. Centroid is what? So centroid is nothing but 9. So what is the formula? If you know circumcenter and centroid, what is the formula? Formula is 3G equals to 2S plus H. 2S plus H. G is centroid, S is circumcenter, and H is orthocenter. That means this is the origin. This is the origin. So H is nothing but 3G. 3 into centroid is what? 27, comma 27, comma 27. Like that. Okay. First you find out, or from origin you find distance. Look at triangle is like this. Origin is equidistant from all the, what is the point that will be equidistant from all the vertices? Circumcenter. Okay, now circumcenter easily found out. Then centroid you can calculate by using this relation. You can calculate 3G equal to 2S plus H. You remember this relation. If 2 are given, 1 you can easily find out. This is origin 0 plus H. H is nothing but 3G. Next, another problem. If origin is orthocenter of a triangle formed by points cos beta, comma sin beta, comma 0, comma cos gamma plus sin gamma, comma 0. Then sigma, he is asking the value cos of 2 alpha minus beta minus gamma, sigma of where 0 less than alpha beta gamma less than pi. Look at this problem. Orthocenter is given origin. Now take one vertex A, one vertex B, one vertex C. Right? So you can clearly say OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to 1. Distance of origin from this point is what? Root of cos square alpha plus sin square alpha 1. Similarly OB is what? 1. Similarly OC is what? 1. Therefore You can say circumcenter is origin. Circumcenter is also what? Origin. And it is equal to orthocenter. That means circumcenter is origin as well as orthocenter is origin. Therefore, equilateral triangle. What is the triangle? Equilateral triangle. So therefore, equilateral triangle means centroid is also 0. All the three will be same. Therefore, if these both are origin, centroid will also be origin. Centroid is origin means you can easily calculate cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma divided by 3 plus sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma divided by 3 comma 0. This is centroid. So therefore this is what? Origin. This is origin. Therefore you will get the relation. You will get the relation cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma equal to 0. Sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma equal to 0. This is the relation you got. Cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma equal to 0 and sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma equal to 0. These are the two relations you got. Okay. So do one thing here, change this. This cannot be calculated by using. This will come in some other chapter. You take like this. Sigma, you take like this. You take this one. Cos of alpha minus beta. Take this one. Cos of that you cannot do now. That is in complex numbers chapter you will get that. Cos of you take this one equal to dash. Equal to dash. Look at this is 1, this is 2. This is 1, this is 2. 1 square plus 2 square equal to 0. 1 square plus 2 square is what? 0. That implies cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma whole square plus sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma whole square equals 0. Now cos square alpha plus sin square alpha 1. Here what you will write? A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Cos square alpha plus sin square alpha 1. Cos square beta plus sin square beta 1. Cos square alpha plus sin square. Cos square gamma plus sin square gamma 1. 3 plus. Here 2ab, here 2ab you club. 2 take common. You will get cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta. Cos of alpha minus beta. Here cos beta cos gamma plus sin beta sin gamma. Cos of beta minus gamma. Here cos alpha cos gamma plus sin alpha sin gamma. You will get cos of alpha minus gamma equal to 0. So therefore what is our required results? What is our required result? So therefore cos of alpha minus beta is cos of beta minus gamma plus cos of alpha minus gamma is nothing but minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 2. Okay, now that is the answer. Okay, look at next problem. there is a point given. Let A 1, 2, 3. Let A 1, 2, 3. P, Q, R are images of A in XY, YZ, ZX planes respectively if G is centroid of triangle PQR, then area of triangle AOG. Here O is origin. Is dash. Look at this problem. So I have told, if a point XYZ is there, image of A with respect to XY plane is P. If XYZ is there, image with respect to XY plane means you will get XY same and you will get -3. XY minus Z. Yesterday formula I told, look at Q is nothing but image with respect to YZ plane. YZ will remain same and -1. Similarly, image is nothing but R with respect to ZX plane. ZX will remain same. So this is PQR. Now what he is telling, G is the centroid. Means G, you can calculate what is G. Centroid means sum divided by 3. So 1 minus 1 plus 1 divided by 3. So 2 plus 2 minus 2 divided by 3 minus 3 plus 3 plus 3 1. That means this is nothing but centroid is nothing but 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 1. So this you got centroid. Now he is asking triangle AOG. Look at here, I am drawing the triangle. This is O, this is A, this is G. So therefore, area means again you use the vector method. This OG bar, area means what? Area of triangle AOG is nothing but 1 by 2 into cross product of adjacent sides. OZ bar, use the vector method. While calculating area, you use the vector methods. So that means 1 by 2 into OZ bar means what? Position vector means 1 by 3i plus 2 by 3j plus k cross OA bar means position vector. Yes. So that means 3 you take LCM and write outside. So I plus 2j plus k cross I plus 2j plus 3k. Same vector is there. Same vector means cross product, what you will get? 0. So area of triangle is what? 0. Same means what? A bar cross A bar, you will get 0. So that means the meaning is OAG will lie on same line, collinear. That's why area of triangle you got 0. When area will be 0, if these 3 points lie on one line, area will be 0. So after calculating, you got 0 means what? They will be collinear. like that. Whenever images are given, generally for this type of problems, area will be 0. AOG. They will be collinear vectors. Look at next. We'll go to the next concept. Next concept. Look at directed line. Directed line. Look at. What is meant by a directed line? Just line is there which have direction. Line having direction. Directed line is nothing but line having direction. Line having direction. Line having direction. So line, till now what we have seen line is in XY plane only. Suppose you have drawn like this. Suppose a line x plus y equal 4. Right? XY plane means only on your paper line will be. Only on your paper, whatever you have drawn, only on this, on your paper line will be. Right? So now the line in 3-dimensional geometry, it won't be on your paper. If it is in XY plane, it will be on your paper. Suppose line is like this. You keep the pen inclined to your paper. All of you keep the pen inclined. Right? So that won't be in the XY plane. Like this infinite line, pen is limited only. Right? Actually, it is infinite line. Right? So on the paper, your pen is intersecting, no? So that line is called intersecting point of that line with your paper. That means your plane. Right? And then line will be opposite side also. Opposite side of line also some part will be there. Right? It will intersect and then go that side also. Such type of lines are called 3D lines. If you are drawing x-axis, y-axis and on the line, then it will be on your paper. If it is not in xy plane, then it will be in the space. Right? Not above with God. Space means. Right? It will be just, it will not be on your paper in space means. Right? Not at the God, heaven or hell. Okay. Now. It will not be completely on your paper. It only intersects your paper. That's all. Okay. Now. But not lie on your paper. But always you will draw on the paper only. You won't draw on the air. Right? Always you will draw on the air because we are representing that line only on your papers for solving the problem. Right? Like that you imagine. Right? XY plane means on your paper. In all other cases, it won't be on your paper. Always, if you want to interpret, you inclined. Right? You assume like this. So, while solving the problem. Look at this is the line. So, line. So, this is the line and direction. Suppose line direction is given by a vector. Look at, there is a vector, there is a vector, there is a vector, there is a vector A bar, there is a vector A bar. Right? I told you to draw the line in the direction of A bar. Then you will draw parallel to that. You will draw parallel to that. Right? That means what is the meaning? There is a vector A bar. Suppose it is northeast direction. I have asked to draw you in the northeast direction from north to east. Then you will draw in that direction only. Line. Suppose I have asked to draw the line to northeast direction from east to north. Suppose this is north to east. Then you will draw line like this. In east to north. But line is same. That means for a particular line, if this is one direction, this will be another direction. If I asked you to draw parallel to this in this direction, you will draw this line only. Suppose if I want to draw If I want to draw the line in the direction of A bar, then you will draw this line only, but it will have this direction. Same line will have this direction and this direction even. Same line will not change. You look at the direction and you will draw the line. Same line you will draw. You look at the direction and draw the line. Same line you will draw. Same line you will draw. That means directed line means line will have direction. Direction of a line. Direction of a line. Direction of a line is given by vector A bar parallel to it. Direction you have to find means you have to find a vector parallel to line L, let us say parallel to L. This is line L, right? Parallel to L. Next, parallel to L, vector A bar, you will find out that vector, what is the direction of L means vector on the line also. On the line. Suppose A bar is like this, just you have drawn, this is A bar, then what happens? That is direction. This is direction. A bar is on the line only. Here A bar is parallel. Same line. That means direction vector A bar is called direction vector of line. A bar is called direction vector of line. Right? So let us say A bar is like this. A bar vector is like this. AI plus BJ plus CK. A bar I have given. Line is drawn parallel to this. That means let us say AI plus BJ plus CK. Right? So this vector is there. If this vector gives the direction of line, B direction vector. Direction vector of L. Let A bar equal to AI plus BJ plus CK be direction vector of L. Then these coefficients are there. A comma B comma C. A comma B comma C are called direction ratios. There is one name for this. Direction ratios. That means DOPS. Direction ratios are direction numbers of L. Just nothing is there. Vector is there, a vector is there, I coefficient you write, J coefficient is you write, K coefficient you write. If you write these three numbers, A, B, C, they are called direction ratios, DRs, or direction numbers of L. Direction numbers of L. Suppose a line is like this. Suppose a line is like this, L. It is drawn in the direction of 2i plus j plus 2k. It is drawn in the direction of 2i plus j plus 2k. That means A bar is nothing but 2i. Direction vector is this. That means DRs are nothing but A, B, C. Those are nothing but this vector is there 2, 1, 2. Those are nothing but direction ratios. That means along that line, on that line, or parallel to the line, if you find a vector, then take that vector and write the coefficients. Those are nothing but A, B, C. Those are nothing but DRs of that line. So that is about DRs. Look at now. if A comma B comma C are DRs of a line L, then that means direction. If these are DRs means direction vector is what? AI plus BJ plus CK. Whenever DRs are given, there is a vector which gives the direction of that line. If these are the DRs, then lambda A comma lambda B comma lambda C are also DRs of L. Some constant multiples. Look at, suppose this is their A bar, this is their A bar, right? So if this shows the direction, of the line, suppose I have written a collinear vector with that lambda A bar, even that will also shows the direction. If this is the vector that shows the direction of in this direction, then lambda A bar, lambda greater than 0, same direction. That will also shows the direction. Okay. If this shows that another direction, this is minus A bar. If in this direction this is shown by minus A bar, then any vector in this direction, lambda A bar, will also show the direction of the line. Now look at, suppose if this is what? AI plus BJ plus CK, if this is A bar, then this vector is nothing but collinear vector is nothing but CK. That means if you write the coefficients of this, what you will get? Lambda A, lambda B, lambda C. If these are the DRs, if we multiply with any constant of your choice, lambda is any real lambda, then those are also considered as DRs of that line. First calculate one vector A, B, C. Then multiply with lambda, any constant of your choice. Then those are also called DRs of that line. Because it is nothing but its collinear vector. It will also shows the direction of that line. So therefore, you can say that DRs of line L are not unique. This is ABC. This is lambda A, lambda B, lambda C. Suppose take here. This is 2i plus j plus 2k. DRs are nothing but 2, 1, 2. This is A, B, C. DRs are also lambda A, lambda B, lambda C. That means 2 lambda, lambda, 2 lambda. Look at DRs. Lambda equal to 1. Lambda equal to 1 means what? 2, 1, 2. Look at lambda 1, 2, 1, 2. Directly you got this. That means that vector shows the direction. Lambda equal to 2. Lambda equal to 2. What you will get? DRs 4, 2, 2. That means this completely multiplied by 2. That means 2a bar will be in that direction. Lambda equal to minus 3. Lambda equal to minus 3 means minus 6. Minus 3, minus 6. 3a bar means in this direction. This vector shows this direction. That's why after calculating a vector, write ABC. You got 2, 1, 2. If answer is given this one, you check whether a multiple of this is given or not. If a multiple of this, whether positive multiple or negative multiple, then that is also DRs of that line. So DRs are infinite. That depends on the value of lambda. They are not unique. Right? That is about DRs. DRs means simple. Vector on that line or vector parallel to that line must be calculated. By using the vector algebra knowledge, you have to find that vector to find DRs. Look at next. Next one is direction cosines of a line L. Of a line L. These are also called DCs of L. DCs of L. Now, if vector is taken, you will get DRs. So just take unit vector. Take unit vector and write coefficients of I, J, K. Those are nothing but DCs. Instead of taking vector, what we will take to calculate DCs? Take unit vector along that line or parallel to that line. Suppose L is there. Suppose L is their line. Just its direction is given like this. Its direction is given as 2I plus J plus 2K. Let us say direction is given by the vector. Now, DRs means what? DRs means just we will take A bar. DRs means A bar only we will take. That is nothing but, therefore, A comma B comma C is nothing but 2 comma 1 comma 2. Just that vector. Now, DCs means just nothing is there. Unit vector you must take parallel to that line. Unit vector. Unit vector parallel to line. That means this unit vector, this is A bar is there in this direction, A cap will be there. In the direction of A bar, unit vector will be what? A cap, that is nothing but A bar divided by modulus A bar. This unit vector will also shows the direction of the line. If unit vector is taken, then they are called DCs. Then in this direction also, if the direction of line is this, what is this? Minus A cap. Minus A cap. That means write the unit vector. Unit vector means what? Plus or minus A cap. Plus or minus A bar divided by modulus A bar. Just if you write that unit vector, if you write that unit vector, what you will get? Plus or minus unit vector is nothing but 2I plus J plus 2K divided by modulus A bar is 3. Modulus A bar is 3. If plus is taken, look at direction cosines are always denoted by LMN. Right? So if plus is taken, what you will get? 2 by 3I plus 1 by 3J plus 2 by 3K. 2 by 3K. Therefore, LMN is nothing but LMN. DCs are nothing but unit vector coefficients. 1 by 3, 2 by 3. These are DCs. DCs of that line. Minus if you take this. So therefore, LMN is nothing but coefficients, just minus 2 by 3, minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3. These both are the answers. One unit vector in this direction you will get LMN, DCs. In this direction you will get minus L. If in this direction LMN, then in this direction what you will get? Minus L, minus M, minus N. That means in both directions will be given by unit vector. If the direction is given by vector, then they are called DRs. If the direction is given by unit vector, then they are called DCs of that line. Just simple. That means we can say we can say DCs of L are unique, because vectors there will be infinite to show the direction, but unit vector in this direction only one, in this direction only one. DCs of line are unique if L comma M comma N are DCs of L, then minus L minus M are also DCs of L. He can give any answer. LMN he can give one side unit vector, or minus L minus M minus N he will give by another side unit vector. Like that, if vector is known, you calculate unit vector. That's all. Then you will get DCs. If L comma M comma N are DCs of L, then L square plus M square, what is the relation in them is L square plus M square plus N square equal to N. Look at line L is there. DCs are element means in this direction unit vector will be there. Always you write unit vector. If DCs are given means what? In the unit vector direction that line is drawn. Modulus A cap is what? 1. Unit vector. That means modulus A cap is what? Root of L square plus M square plus N square. That is 1. So therefore, if L, M, N are direction cosines of a line, then L square plus M square plus N square is what? 1. That is the relation in DCs. Look at it. So relation between DRs and DCs. Look at, if A comma B comma C are DRs of L, there is a line whose DRs are known, then DCs of L are calculated by using this formula, plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square comma B divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square, C divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. If DRs are known, then you can calculate DCs by using this formula. Look at how. DRs are given A, B, C. Always DRs are given means what? Vector is given A bar equal to AI. Immediately you write the vector A bar. That means that line has direction A bar equal to AI plus BJ plus CK. Write unit vectors. One is in this direction and another one is in this direction, minus A cap. Right? So therefore, unit vectors are plus or minus A cap plus or minus A bar divided by modulus A bar. Plus or minus A bar is what? AI plus BJ plus CK divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Plus or minus, split this. These are the unit vectors. Just write coefficients plus or minus. L is this, M is this, N is this. Plus or minus. If you take plus, you will get one triplet. That is 1 in one direction DCs. If you take minus, you will get in another direction unit vector, that is another direction DCs. If one is LMN, then the other will be minus L, minus M, minus A. Okay, now like that, by using formula, you write DCs. You write DCs. Suppose a line is there like this. Look at a line is there like this. So line L, I have given line L, DRs are 3, 4, 1. I have given DRs. Then you have to calculate what is DCs. So ABC given 3, 4, 1. DRs means just ABC. So LMN formula plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. So root 26 comma 4 divided by root 26, 1 divided by root 26. Therefore LMN, if you take plus, you will get 1 DCs, or if you take minus, this can be given answer or this can be given answer, right? Like that. Relation between DRs and DCs. DRs and DCs. Suppose a line segment is there. A line is there. A line is there. A, B. It is passing through 2 points. It is passing through 2 points. Now, L is a line. Let us say L is a line. Passes through A x1 y1 z1 comma B x2 y2 z2. Suppose line L passes through 2 points. Now DRs of L, let us calculate DRs of L. DRs of L, that means ABC is nothing but, you remember this, I will tell how, x2 minus x1 comma, formula is DRs, how to calculate this, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, z2 minus z1. So look at DRs means what I told, vector, one vector you find out. One vector means AB points are there, you give the direction and find one vector. A bar is nothing but AB bar now. In what direction it is drawn? AB bar. Here one vector is there, in that direction line is there. If you take this direction, that vector will come. Any one vector you take. AB bar is nothing but OB bar minus OA bar. So OB bar means here position vector is given, That means what you will get, x2 minus x1 into I, y2 minus y1 into j, plus z2 minus z1 into k. This is the one. So therefore its coefficients are what? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So if 2 points are known to you, immediately ABC, direction vector is given by ABC, direction ratios, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, DCs of L. You have the formula for calculating DCs, plus or minus A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, denominator what you have, AB distance. Root of A square plus B square plus C square is what? AB only. So therefore this is the one. So y2 minus y1 divided by AB distance. So these are the DCs. First we will calculate this one, and then L comma M comma N formula is there. By using that formula we will calculate DCs of that line. If first calculate DRs and then DCs. Look at one problem. So we came to the important part of the chapter now. Okay. Suppose a triangle ABC is given. Triangle ABC is given to you. A minus 1, 2, 3. B 2 minus 1, 3. C 0, comma 4. Like this given. Find DRs and DCs of number 1 AB. Number 1 AB line is there. This line has 2 points. This line has 2 points. So therefore DRs first I am calculating. First calculate DRs. ABC. ABC is nothing but one point you take x1, y1, z1, another point you take x2, y2, z2. Anything you can take. So this is x1, y1, z1. This is x2, y2, z2. x2 minus x1, 3, comma y2 minus y1 minus 3, z2 minus z1, 0. So these are ABC, DC's formula. DC's formula what it load? Plus or minus a divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square means what? Root 18. So that means 3 root 2, comma minus 3 divided by 3 root 2, comma 0 divided by 3 root 2. Look at DRs you got 3 minus 3, 0. DCs you got this one. After calculating DRs, it is easy to calculate DCs. That means if you take here 1 by root 2 LMN. DCs are nothing but 1 by root 2 comma plus is taken 1 minus 1 by root 2 comma 0, or minus is taken. Minus is taken means multiply inside. Minus 1 by root 2. This he can give the answer, or this he can give the answer. Right? These are the DCs. Now DRs, look at DRs. You got 3 minus 3, 0. Or he can give like this 3 lambda. This. He can give like this. Suppose answer is given like this. You got 3 minus 3, 0. 1 minus 1, 0 he will give. Is that correct or not? Look at, multiply this with 1 by 3 completely, then you will get 1 minus 1, 0. That is correct. Lambda is 1 by 3. DRs means answer, you have to check out. You got this one. If multiple of this is there, then that also will be correct. DCs means unique. Either this or this he will give. Unit vector. So that is how to calculate. If a line passes through 2 points and you have to calculate DRs and DCs of that line. Suppose second question in this. Median AD. You have to calculate what are DRs and DCs. Median AD means connect to the midpoint. You find 2 points first. Connect to the midpoint. Find D point. What is D point? What is D point? Midpoint 2 plus 1 by 2, 3 by 2. So minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 7 by 2. 7 by 2. Now for AD, 2 points are known. DRC is nothing but x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2 x2 minus x1 5 by 2 comma, so y2 minus y1 minus 5 by 2 comma, z2 minus z1 7 by 2, so 7 by 2 minus 3, that means 1 by 2. So these are the DRs A, B, C. These are the DRs, right? So suppose DCs. DCs means first I am calculating root of A square plus B square plus C square. Root of 4, 25 plus 25 plus 1, 51. So root of 51 by 2. 51 by 2. Now LMN, write the formula. S R minus A divided by this, that means 5 by root 51 comma B divided by this minus 5 by root 51, C divided by this 1 divided by root 51. So right, therefore, if plus is taken, one dr, one dc you will get. If minus is taken, another dc you will get. Like that you have to calculate. Like that you have to calculate. Look at next problem. Look at next problem. If in triangle ABC, if in triangle ABC, A 0, 3, minus 2, B minus 5, C 0. Like this it is given. So find DRs and DCs of internal angular bisector of angle BAC. Suppose it is asked like this. Look, there is triangle given. There is triangle given like this. So A, B, C. This. So internal angular bisector means the line which bisects this angle. Let us say it meets at E. Angle B, sorry, angle BAC. Angle A, this is the one. So let us say this is D. which bisects this angle, internal angle. This angle and this angle will be equal. So now this AD line is there. You want this point. Number of times we have done. If angular bisector meets opposite side at D, so D divides BC line segment in ratio. In which ratio? This D divides BC in the ratio AB is to AC. In that ratio it will divide. Calculate that ratio. What is AB distance? What is AB distance? Root of 36 plus root of 36 plus 4. So plus 9 is to AC distance. Root of 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4. That means this is what 49. 7 is to 3. That means this point D is there. It divides BC in the ratio, this ratio 7 is to 3. Right? This D divides BC in the ratio AB is to AC. That is property. So 7 is to 3. So that means D point you can calculate, and after that DRs and DCs. So D point is nothing but internal point which divides in the ratio 7 is to 3. So 7 into 1, 7 plus 1 into 6 divided by 10 is. So next 7 into 5, 35 plus 3 into 1, 3 divided by 10. So this is the one. So 7 into 0, 0 plus 3 into minus 5 minus 15 divided by 10. That means D you will get 13 divided by 10, comma 38 divided by 10. So minus 15 divided by 10. Minus 15 divided by 10. So this is the one D you got. So D you got. Now A you know, D you know. A you know, D you know. So if you look at, so DRs now. DRs are A, B, C. DRs are A, B, C. A, B, C is nothing but this is X1, Y1, Z1. This is X2, Y2, Z2. So what is that? So what is that? X2 minus X1. That means 13 by 10. 13 by 10, comma 13 by 10, comma 38 by 10 minus 3. So 38 minus 30 divided by 10. That means 8 by 10. 8 by 10, comma minus 15 by 10 minus of minus 2. So minus 15 by 10 plus 2. So 20 minus 15, 5 divided by 10. So ABC you got. Now DCs. DCs. For that, root of A square plus B square plus C square. Root of A square plus B square plus C square. Now look at simply DRs. DRs you can simply take like this. 10 is common there. DRs you can take like this also. Strike off 10. Common is there, strike off. DRs, these can be taken, or 1385. Simply if common is there, strike off. These A, B, C you take. It will be easy. It will be easy because if you multiply with some constant, then all they will also be DRs only. ఏంటమ్మ డౌట్ హరి ఏంటి డౌట్ డీనా ఇది D అనే పాయింట్ BC ని AB is to AC రేషియోలో డివైడ్ చేస్తుంది. ప్రాపర్టీ అది. AB డిస్టెన్స్ కనుక్కో, ఇది AC డిస్టెన్స్ కనుక్కో, ఇది 7 ఇది 3 అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? 7:3 ఇంటర్నల్ గా పాయింట్ కనుక్కోవాలి. ఇది M:N రా. M:N రేషియోలో పాయింట్ కనుక్కోవాలి. ఇది ఓకేనా? ఆల్రైట్, ఈ పాయింట్ ఇది. సో డిఆర్స్ ఆర్ దిస్. ఇప్పుడు 10 తీసేయండి, కామన్ గా ఉంటే 10 తీసేయండి. డిఆర్స్ ఏబిసి ఇవైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. సో డిసిస్ నౌ టేక్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఏబిసి. డిసిస్ ఫస్ట్ ఏం కనుక్కోవాలి మనం? రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ బి స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ సి స్క్వేర్. ఈ వాల్యూ ఎంత వస్తుందో క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి చెప్పండి. హ్యాండ్ రైట్ చేయాలి. 13 స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ఏ ఫాస్ట్ ప్లస్ 5 స్క్వేర్ ఎంత వస్తుంది చెప్పాలి. ఇది కనుక్కోవాలి, క్యాల్కులేట్ చేసి చెప్పాలి తొందరగా. ఎంత? ఎంతమ్మా? రూట్ ఆఫ్ 258. వెరీ గుడ్. ఇదేగా రూట్ ఆఫ్ 258. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ DC's మనం ఈజీగా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు. DC's ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ A డివైడెడ్ బై A తీసుకున్నాం 13 డివైడెడ్ బై root of 258 comma 13 divided by root of 258 comma 8 divided by root of 258 comma 5 divided by root of 258. This is your answer. ఓకేనా? అట్లా మనకి యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్ యొక్క డిఆర్స్ కనుక్కోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ యూ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దట్ పాయింట్ and then use the formula x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1. Next, look at very important concept. The angle between two lines equal to any two lines you take. The angle between direction vectors. The angle between two lines L1 comma L2 means the angle between direction vectors of L1 L2. Suppose two lines are there. So it is in the direction of A bar. Let us say it is in the direction of A bar. This line L1, this line L2, Angle between these lines, suppose let us say this angle is theta. Angle between two lines is nothing but these vectors are there, A bar, B bar. Angle between, this is in the direction of A bar, this direction is A bar, this direction is B bar. This angle is nothing but angle between this direction and this direction. For that, cos theta is nothing but dot product formula is there, modulus A bar into modulus B bar. That formula we will use. We will find the direction vector of this, B bar. Then find the angle between them. That is nothing but angle between two lines. The angle between two lines. Suppose look at if a line L makes angles alpha comma beta comma gamma with OX bar comma OY bar comma OZ bar, positive direction of x-axis, positive directions of x comma y comma z axis. If a line L, there is a line L which makes an angle alpha, beta, gamma with OX bar, OY bar, OZ bar, then cos alpha is nothing but L, cos beta is nothing but M, cos gamma is nothing but L. L comma M comma N are DCs of line L. DCs of line L. Now look at this line makes an angle with another line OX. With another line OX. Suppose look at like this. This. Suppose a line is there like this. A line is there in space. It is like this. It is like this. Let us say in space. That means it will not be on your paper, right? So in space, look at. So let us say the DCs are given. This L DCs are given. DCs means what? Direction is given by unit vector. Unit vector. A cap is what? A cap is what? In which direction it will be line? A cap equals to, in this direction, Li plus Mj plus Nk. Right? Line is drawn in the direction of A cap. That direction is A cap and this direction is what? Minus A cap. Let us say line is drawn in that direction. In that direction. So, angle between L and OX bar is nothing but alpha given. Angle between L and OX bar means what? Angle between vectors A cap comma along that line unit vector is what? A cap comma along x-axis unit vector is what? I. Angle between this line and this line is nothing but angle between that A cap and I. This is given as alpha. This is given as alpha. Angle between line and x-axis OX bar. OX bar means vector in the direction is what? I. That means according to dot product formula, cos alpha is nothing but divided by modulus A cap into modulus I. What is A cap? This one. That means L divided by modulus A cap means unit vector 1. Modulus this is L. So L is what? Cos alpha. Similarly, beta is nothing but A cap comma J. A cap comma J. That means this line and with y-axis. This line and with y-axis. Y-axis, this direction is there. This direction is there. Now extend. This completely is y-axis. In this direction, J will be there. In that direction, J will be there. Therefore, cos beta is nothing but A cap dot J divided by modulus A cap into modulus J. This is nothing but M. Therefore, M is what? Cos beta. Similarly, gamma, what he is told? Gamma, he is telling angle between line and Z axis. Line means A cap. Z axis means K. That means cos gamma is nothing but A cap dot K divided by modulus K into this. So therefore this is nothing but N. That means simple. This is very important formula. If a line L is there, it makes an angle alpha with OX bar, positive direction. How to calculate that angle? Find DCs. Cos alpha equal to L. Then you will get alpha. Cos beta equal to M. Then you will get beta. Cos gamma equal to N. Then you will get gamma. This is the one. Right? If alpha, comma, beta, comma, gamma are angles made by L with OX bar, OY bar, OZ bar, then cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. Because you know that L square plus M square plus N square is what? 1. If L is what? Cos alpha, M is cos beta, N is cos gamma. This is one relation you have to remember. Sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is nothing but 2. You write this as 1 minus sin square, 1 minus sin square, 1 minus sin square. You will get this as 2. If a line makes angles alpha, beta, gamma with OX, OY, OZ, then cos square plus cos square plus cos square is what? 1. That is the relation. One problem lost. Find angles made by vector. Find angles made by vector A bar equals to 2i plus 2j plus k. 2i plus 2j plus k with positive directions of coordinate axis. With positive directions of coordinate axis. A bar is given. DRs you calculate first. DRs is nothing but 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. For calculating that angles, DCs must be calculated. L, M, N equal to plus or minus. What is the formula? A divided by 2 divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square means root 9. 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. First case, you take positive ones. L equal to 2 by 3. L equal to 2 by 3. First case of M equal to 1 by 3. N equal to 1 by 3. L is what? Cos alpha. Cos alpha is 2 by 3. Alpha is what? Cos inverse 2 by 3. Cos beta is what? 1 by 3. Beta is what? Inverse function, right? Cos inverse 1 by 3. Cos gamma is what? 1 by 3. Gamma is cos inverse 1 by 3. This is over. These are the angles. Second case, L equal to minus 2 by 3. M equal to minus 1 by 3. N equal to minus 1 by 3. So cos alpha is minus 2 by 3. Cos inverse minus 2 by 3. Cos inverse minus x is what? Pi minus cos inverse x. In inverse function formula is what? Cos inverse minus x is nothing but pi minus cos inverse x. Cos beta is minus 1 by 3. So beta is nothing but cos inverse minus 1 by 3. That means pi minus cos inverse 1 by 3. Cos gamma is minus 1 by 3. Pi minus cos inverse 1 by 3. These angles you can write or these angles you can write. Why you are getting 3 angles means I will explain here. This is one set of angles. This is one set of angles. Why you are getting like this means, look at here. There is a line like this. There is a line like this. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is z-axis. I am drawing a line. Look at. I am drawing a line like this. I am drawing a line like this. I am drawing a line like this. Right? So let us say line, if you take in this direction, if you take line as this direction you can take, this direction you can take. Right? If you take in that direction, angle with x-axis means this is x-axis. Look at careful, last point. This is with this direction I. With OX bar means this is I. This is I. Look at this direction and this direction. This is the angle. This is alpha. This is alpha. Angle made by the line with A, angle between A cap and I bar is what? This is alpha. This is alpha. Another angle is there here. This line will also make this angle. Look at this angle is what? Pi minus alpha. This angle is what? Pi minus alpha. Pi minus alpha. If you take line, instead of taking this direction, if you take this direction, angle between this direction and this direction is this angle. This angle is nothing but this is what? Pi minus alpha. This is pi minus alpha. Like that, two angles will be there. Right? If one angles are alpha, beta, gamma, then other angles are what? Pi minus alpha, pi minus beta, pi minus gamma. Look at with x-axis. One angle is alpha. This angle is pi minus alpha. Similarly with y-axis will be there. Last point. If alpha, beta, gamma are, last point note down, are angles made by L with OX bar, OY bar and OZ bar, then pi minus alpha, pi minus alpha, pi minus beta, pi minus gamma are also angles made by L with same line. You can write either alpha, beta, gamma or pi minus alpha, pi minus beta, pi minus gamma. Any set he can give. Okay. Okay, thank you all of you. Have a nice day.